Hi guys, I'm SZAdil and today we are going to be talking about Google Data Studio. So let's just get right into it. So Google Data Studio is basically a reporting tool that helps you, create and manipulate data. So what you can do is you can have multiple data sources that can combine into one report, or you can have, different reports for different data sources. It all depends on you. So let's just get right into it. So if you look into Google Data Studio, what you are going to see is that there are reports, there are data sources, and there is an explorer. So the first thing, whenever you start anything, you can start with a blank canvas, which is a blank report. So let's just get into it. So once you create the, create report, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is to connect data. As you can see, there are a lot of data, sources that are available that which you can get your data from. There are, some SQL servers that you can get data from. There is a file upload. There is a Google Sheet, and then there are, third-party connectors as well. If you can get a third-party connector for it is awesome, because what it will do is it will automatically keep getting the data for you, and what you can do is you can use it for other purposes as well, and you can just focus on creating the reports and manipulating the data. But if you are someone like me, then you might be able to get away with Google data sheets, but the problem will be that you will need to manually update those sheets. So let's start with this. So Google data sheet, and let me just show you guys. For this purpose, I have actually downloaded a test sheet. So what does test sheet has is that, as you can see, there is the report category sponsored products, and the report type is search term report. I have actually downloaded the last 30 day report, and then the time unit is daily. So yeah, and then what I have done is I have created a new folder, and then I have put it in here, and then you can see there are columns and other data that you can see that I'm going to show you as a report. So we'll click on add, and what it will do is it will basically go into each column and basically read out all the data for us, and you can add it to report as well. You can basically add as many as report as you want, and you can also blend those data as well. But this is sort of an introductory session, so I am actually planning to make more sessions out of this. So I'll teach you guys how to do other stuff in here. So uh, as soon as we start the report, you guys will see a table here, but you guys can actually go into here and actually add more data sources, or more data types, more basically report types here. And you can also add more data sources here, and there is a data control in here as well, which I'll show you guys in a moment. And also you guys can basically add as many as pages as you want. So let's just start with this first. So we have this, and why is it not showing up? Interesting. So let's just go with add a chart, and then add this chart here. So it will populate. So first thing you are going to see is portfolio name, and then the record count. So what you can do is, this is metric column where you will be given a lot of matrices that you guys can track. There are clicks, basically there are units, sales unit. But let's just go with simple ones first. We are going to go spend, and then 7 days sales, and then what we are going to do is, and this is important, guys. You guys, whenever you are making a report on either Google Docs, or if you are making any pivot table, or if you are creating any Google Data Studio report, it is very important that you guys don't use the already driven formulas, as they will create more problems than solving them. Because let me just show you guys. For example, if I add the total advertising cost of sale in here, let me just expand this for better understanding. So total advertising cost of sale, for example, if I even if I go in here and I make it into, you know, percentage, you can see that does not make sense. Even if I choose the average, it's still not making sense. And let me show you why. So if I go into create field, so this is where you can actually create your own formulas. So I usually add the sum word in here so that it's basically taking all the sum of all the spend that is actually available, and then it is taking the sum of all the 7 day. mm, so this is 7 day total sales. This is basically formula for, and then you will come into here and then choose the percentage sign and then apply. And as soon as you apply, you are going to see a difference. For example, this total advertising cost of sale that is from the sheet is actually incorrect, and the one that we put it is actually correct because it is actually taking all the sum of data and other things. So yeah, and this type of ambiguities you will continue to see in conversion rate and all the basically all the formulas that are all the data that is based on formulas you will have to do again. So keep that in mind while you are creating this. And if you click on this edit button or the pencil sign, what you can do is you can actually change a lot of things in here. So, and guys, this is the first session that I am taking, so I'm expecting you guys to actually ask a lot of questions, and then the next video I'll make it more simplified and more understandable for you guys. So yeah, this is first video, so I have no idea what to expect from you guys and what pace to use for you guys. So this is portfolio name that we have chosen. So let me just delete this, and what we can do is, so this is basically total of everything that you can see. But yeah, let me just put in. So you can actually add targeting, or in dimensions you can add any type of dimension that you want. Personally, whenever I download a search term report, I go with customer search term, and then the next one I will choose is might be the match type. Yeah, yes, let's just make it match type, and then customer search term. Yeah, and now we have some sort of understandable data that we have. And now, so if you guys remember, I asked you guys to download by daily instead of summary. So the reason I did that is because I wanted to add a control in it. So the control is basically date range control. So as soon as you click on Data Studio's date range control, what happens is that it goes into that particular data, and then it fetches if there was any data type, date type data that that can differentiate, that can help us differentiate into different things. So let me just show you guys this. For example, if you see there was 11,043 say yeah dollar spent, dollar sales basically. But as soon as you choose one different date range, it will keep changing. So this is the best thing about this one. Data Studio is that it allows you to practice different kind of things, and you can also do this. And also what you can do is you can go into here and check this out. And also you can export this data. So as many as you want, you can actually export it. So it will be a much refined data, and you can play with it however you want. So this is one thing. And then another thing that I want to share with you guys based on the data is that from here, and for example, yeah, basically this is the July 6th. So this is basically the click count that it is showing us currently. It is the dimension is date, and then the metric is basically clicks, but you can change it always. You can change it to, let's just change it to units. So it will show us how many units we had. So let me just show you the most interesting part of this, and you can actually use it in any type of uh, chart setup that you want to use. But yeah, this is my favorite part. So my favorite part is previous period. So as soon as you do this, what it is going to do is it is going to automatically compare it with the last previous period. For example, you had July 26th. So you on July 26th you had 92 orders, but on July 23 you had 74 orders. So that's why the light blue one is a bit down. But in here you can see that on July 28th you had 68 orders, whereas on July 25th you had 123 orders, and you can actually expand it as much as you want. So July 11th to July 28th, and these both will, because this was, the time of Prime Day. So yeah, this is actually, the data that you can see. And also what you can do with it is you can actually use any type of chart you want. Let me just try to fix it anywhere. So let me put it here, and then this one here. Let me just, I'm rushing out of it because I have other stuff to do. And now you can see that this is basically data by match type. So it is telling you that you have 52.4% sales based on, yeah, this is basically click data. So let's just change this into orders or units. So SKU units, this is orders. So yeah, it will be much better to So we had about 1687 clicks orders from exact match, whereas we had 102 orders from broad match, and also what percentage it was. You can also basically put in your no, you cannot put the other one here. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, and there are actually 1,000 more things that you can do, but I am on short of time, and I wanted to share this initial video with you guys so that we can move ahead. So, and also there is a view as well, and then there is a refresh data button. So what you can do is, uh, if for example I downloaded this based on August 2nd data, basically August 8 data. Till August 8 I have data here, but if I go want the August 9 data and August 10 data, what I'll do is I'll just paste the new data a bit below it. And what I'll do is I'll just refresh that data, or it refreshes the data after every 10 minutes. So what will happen is that the data will be populate itself, and I'll be able to get the data out. And this is the view mode basically, and you can also share it with other people, and you can also download it as a PDF report, which is the best thing. And also you can schedule it for a email delivery, so that if you schedule it for a email delivery, then your partner or your client or your agency can send these out automatically. And yeah, this will be a lot of this actually saves a lot of time. So let me just, yeah, so this is the first session, and I expect you guys to give me comments and replies so that I can make this session better. And secondly, I'll add more data into it in next session. For example, sponsor brand data, how to actually show you the campaigns data and stuff like that. If you guys have more questions, you can ask, and then we'll take it from there.